Good morning, viewers. The human brain is incredibly intricate. Although it occasionally may be deceptive, it can also be advantageous to you. Do you look after your mental health? Do you feed it the appropriate things? In today's video, we'll discuss the meals that medical professionals believe are hazardous for your brain. Why shouldn't you avoid tuna in your diet? What makes pasta and cheese the enemy of your brain? Do you want any muffins? We discuss all of this and other things. Fish of the type tuna. Our first option is rich in other minerals and omega-3 fatty acids. A strong mind and a strong heart. These aren't the least selfish gifts a fat fish could give you, are they? It turns out that there is a very high chance that these oily fish will contain heavy metals, particularly mercury. The reason for this is that you got them from the water. Mercury impairs the healthy operation of your brain and has a detrimental effect on your cognitive capacities. If you are not certain that the tuna, swordfish, tilefish, and king mackerel you are consuming is mercury-free, avoid eating them. Through their gills, fish in the ocean take in mercury, which builds up over time. If you eat them, you'll be exposed to mercury. Do you enjoy eating fish? Which way do you favor using to consume them? Grilled chicken or sushi? In the space below, please share your preferences with the Bestie community. Foodstuffs cooked in frying. I am aware of how challenging giving up McDonald's fries may be. An indulgent meal of scrumptious fried food may brighten any gloomy day. Sadly, your tongue and brain do not agree. Your taste buds start to want fried meals, just like your mind starts to feel fuzzy. Yes, that's correct. Fried meals increase inflammation in the brain, which causes memory loss and brain fog. Fried meals, particularly fat deposition around internal organs, encourage weight gain. This kind of fat, according to experts, can impair brain tissue. Soda. Do you enjoy a Coca-Cola beverage? If you value your intelligence, you should moderate your consumption. Both the body and the psyche are harmed by soda. It goes beyond sodas. These are all sugary beverages with no nutritional value. This implies that energy drinks and sports drinks are likewise bad for your brain. The sugar is the offender. These sugary beverages will damage your brain as well as making you obese. Sugary drinks raise your risk of type 2 diabetes, which raises your likelihood of developing Alzheimer's disease. Even those who do not have diabetes are at a significant risk of developing dementia if they consume a lot of sugar. Alcohol. Who doesn't enjoy winding down after a long day with a glass of wine? It is calming and could be beneficial to your health. Especially if you choose a red wine that is high in antioxidants. But there are two things you should be aware of regardless of the type of alcohol you consume. First off, drinking alcohol regularly is bad for your health. Second, alcoholism is a serious problem. Multiple problems will arise for heavy drinkers. For starters, you'll observe metabolic adjustments, a reduction in brain mass, and an imbalance in the chemicals necessary for brain communication. This is yet another problem with the brain brought on by alcohol since it causes vitamin B1 deficiency. It will result in shaking, forgetfulness, disorientation, and eyesight problems. Steaks. No, I'm not here to ruin your day. Red meat is healthy for you. But not if you consume them daily. Consuming red meat in moderation is the greatest way to reap its health benefits. You ought to occasionally consume more plant-based meals. Several studies have issued warnings about the harmful consequences of red meat on the heart and brain in particular. Red and processed meat consumption was connected to increased cognitive impairment during a 10-year period. They support the brain's inflammatory response. Experts claim that it also contains a lot of iron. In small doses, iron is beneficial for your health. On the other hand, excessive consumption of red meat can lead to iron toxicity, which results in oxidative damage. This causes brain harm by causing the deterioration of brain cells. Here's another video you might enjoy before we continue. Learn more about the 11 meals that can kill you by watching this video. Practically all snacks. What, except flavor, do the majority of snacks, prepared cookies, and desserts have in common? All of them include a lot of trans fat. Your brain's enemy is this. Your body does not require trans fat, an unsaturated fat type. The most hazardous sort of fat to eat is trans fat. You should stay away from this if you want to stay healthy. Why do we detest artificial trans fats so strongly, though? Is trans fat a natural substance? Let me respond to each of these separately. The first is the ability of synthetic trans fat to result in brain volume reduction, memory loss, and cognitive decline. The risk of Alzheimer's disease development is increased by trans fat. Dairy and beef products may contain naturally occurring trans fats. This one shouldn't cause you any concern. Your health problems are primarily caused by trans fat that is generated industrially. The majority of prepackaged foods, including cookies and snacks, contain this dangerous trans fat. I understand grocery store pastries and muffins. These dishes taste great. However, they are seriously harmful to your brain. They include large amounts of two chemicals that your brain hates. The two terms are trans fats and sugars. These two elements have both been linked to an elevated risk of Alzheimer's disease. Brain cell aging has been linked to packaged baked products. Do you think this means you shouldn't eat muffins and cakes? Without a doubt. You can eat them occasionally, but not every day. Instead of butter, choose healthy fats like olive oil. Instead of mayonnaise, try avocado on your sandwiches. Utilize store-bought items as little as feasible. You're able to create your own cupcakes. Delicious and wholesome. These potato-based crisps are made. Actually, you shouldn't even be eating chips. They are cooked in deep fat and are high in trans fat. You should stay away from them for yet another reason, though. And the high salt concentration is the culprit. Your health could be harmed by consuming too much salt. Your chance of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease rises if you consume too much sodium. Not to mention hypertension, which increases the risk of having a stroke. To minimize your daily salt intake, start by removing packaged items high in sodium from your diet. Try cooking your own food at home with a little salt next. When it comes to leading a healthy life, a little goes a long way. Pasta. The healthiest foods on the globe, in my opinion, are pasta, rice, and bread. Sadly, just because something tastes delicious does not automatically make it healthy. Refined carbs include items like bread, rice, and pasta that is white. And your mind is not equipped to handle them. So much so that memory impairment can occur after just one meal with a high glycemic load. Do you know that there are foods with a high glycemic index? Processed carb-rich foods. Your ability to think may be being hampered by your pasta consumption. The American cheese. Stop adding American cheese to your sandwiches, please. American cheese and other processed cheeses are terrible for your brain. Comprising cut, shredded, and stretched. Your likelihood of developing Alzheimer's disease rises if you consume processed cheese. Additionally, they are quite addicting, so you'll find yourself eating even more of them. As a result, you put on weight. The brain is negatively affected by obesity as well. It modifies the anatomy of the brain as well as cognitive function and brain capacity. Margarine. Are you shocked to learn that yet another healthy meal is bad for your brain? So be ready because I have some unfavorable news for you. A particular kind of protein clumps and gathers when exposed to margarine. Toxic effects of this protein result in Alzheimer's disease and memory loss. Your brain is really worthwhile. Fortunately, you now understand how to maintain its health, right? But hold on a minute. What about nourishing nutrients for the brain? Or libations your intellect finds enjoyable? Are you interested in knowing more about them? Learn more about how to take care of your brain. Please give our channel a like and subscribe. Do you frequently eat any of these foods that harm the brain? Please leave your comments with your ideas.